right, joining us now to discuss is Matthew Gould, CEO of blockchain domain name provider Unstoppable Domains. Hey there, Matthew. So do you read into the trend of September doldrums? What's your outlook on Bitcoin?
Oh, well, I'm still very bullish medium term from the lows we set this summer. And I think that long term, Bitcoin looks range bound between the lows it previously set this summer and the all time highs earlier this year. So, short term, it looks like the bulls want to push towards the all time highs, but we'll need to see a lot of follow through to make it there.
Yeah, will we ever see 20,000 K again, or do you think it's what's your end of year to 22 projection?
Uh, I think it would be very unlikely that we see 20,000 again. And that's why I think it's a really good time for people who are in this space longer term to take some bets here. On the downside, it's going to be tough to see us breaking to new lows, whereas we are flirting with pushing back towards the all time highs. And if you look at the cryptocurrency industry on longer time horizons, when we do have these breakouts above the all-time highs, they're usually significant. So for those with a bit of patience, I actually think this is a good time to start waiting in the market and doing some TCA.
22 projection?
Hard to say. Nobody has a crystal ball, but I do think we'll be higher than our previous all-time highs sometime in 2022, just based on the amount of usage that we're seeing across the space. We're seeing adoption by large companies like Twitter, for instance, who have recently shown interest in integrating crypto payments into their social platform, and they have hundreds of millions of users. And we're also breaking new all-time highs for wallets for things in the NFT space as well as several different new use cases like the verified uh, profile photos for Twitter that got leaked earlier this week.
There's also an argument for more decentralization amid Facebook's shutdown, and perhaps you want to go into that. We saw with Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp going down. There seemed to be a call from the Bitcoin community that this means that this is another reason why Web3 needs to happen now.
Yeah, one company goes down and then you can't use any of your social networks, like that's a problem. And what we saw here is you had no way to take your data with you. So when Facebook and Instagram and all of their services went down, if you needed to reach someone on that platform, maybe you wanted to reach out to your mom, right? And you normally communicate on Facebook, and now all of a sudden you can't do that because you can't take your data with you. You're not allowed to own that data, and Facebook has that. But if we move towards a Web3 model, if a service like Facebook goes down, you could simply take the information that you have about yourself and plug into a competitor website. And then you would still be able to contact the people you're trying to get a hold of and carry on as normal. It's going to create a lot more competition for these networks. I think everyone agrees that we need more competition in social network space. And it's going to come from the cryptocurrency industry. We're the people who are going to bring the technology to make that a possibility.